Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Will Puckett. We're just a few seconds shy of 5 o'clock. Good morning.
And I'm Cassidy Strickland. I almost started talking over you there for a second. Didn't know you were going to.
The gun?
Just excited to talk this morning, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Is it because it's a Friday Eve?
Yeah, of course.
All right. And it's supposed to be a little bit warmer today even than it was yesterday, so that's nice. Let's toss it over to Brandon at 5 o'clock this morning to see what he's got cooking. And Brandon, it's only going up temperature-wise, but...
Yeah, exactly. Conditions are going to kind of devolve as we head through the daytime hours. Dry right now. Let's take a look across the region as we head through the first part of your day here at 5 o'clock. And you see outside the WYMT studios, pretty quiet this morning. No major issues to report. Whitesburg looking the same as we head out the door. Across the region, satellite radar the last 6 hours. The clouds actually tried to filter out a little bit last night, but they're starting to push back in ahead of that system that's just off to our west, and that will start to affect us here in the next couple of hours into the mid-morning to late morning hours. Light pinpoint Doppler radar clear for now. And again, we're going to continue to monitor that as we head through the daytime hours. It's already 40, warming up there quite quickly in Monticello. Lots of mid-30s to upper 30s across the region. And the coffee forecast, probably a little extra for a little bit, but I think we'll get back to normal here in a couple of hours, especially those temperatures continue to climb. Day planner, I think we'll get to right around 42 overall because of the cloud cover, and those rain chances will gradually increase as we head through the rest of the day. Some headlines to talk about, though, as we head into time. More chances for rain today, a warmer trend, but we're still keeping an eye on that weekend system, which I'm going to break down for you here in just a few minutes, guys.
All righty, Brandon. Thank you. Well, this morning the search continues for a man accused of shooting and killing an innocent bystander during a robbery. We first told you about this story yesterday on Mountain News This Morning. Happened at the A&B Quick Stop in the Gray community of Knox County. That is along US 25 East. State police tell us the suspect walked toward the back of the store, and then pointed a gun at the clerk when he returned to the front. 25-year-old Gary Medlin tried to run out, and that's when he was shot and killed.
Yeah, it's a sad situation when a bystander is inside of a store and is attempting to flee from the store when something like this has taken place.
Now, the gunman actually got away with just a drink. The second person was with the man and waited outside in a car. At the time of the incident, the suspect was wearing a gray hoodie, black pants, and tan boots. If you have any information that may help state police, you are asked to call Post 10 at 606-573-3131.
Well, family and friends are now remembering the life of Gary Medlin. He believes he leaves behind two young children, ages 8 and 2. Family members say he was a loving father, and they are heartbroken his children will grow up never knowing their father. One friend says he wishes the robbery suspect would have thought about his actions before taking someone's life.
He was like an older brother. He was such a good guy, and for people to just do crazy things like that and not think about the consequences and who they're taking, like the guy didn't know that he just took a father and a brother and a best friend.
Now, we do not know funeral arrangements for Medlin at this time. Again, we want to urge you to give police a call if you have any information that may help in their search for those responsible.
And several people actually reached out to us yesterday thinking that an arrest in Laurel County might be connected with the murder. Deputies say the call came in as a stolen car in a business parking lot. 3 people were arrested. However, investigators say they do not believe any of them were involved in the Knox County murder and robbery. Now, we hope to learn more about these arrests later today.
In Bell County, police are looking for 3 men who are accused of beating another man. The victim told troopers that it happened near Middlesboro. Investigators say the man told them he was riding in the truck when the trio beat him with a stick and stole $100.
A woman is behind bars after police say she led them on a high-speed chase through 3 counties. Prestonsburg police started that chase. They tell us it began when one of their officers made a traffic stop. After a sobriety test, that is when Jessica Gayhart took off heading down Highway 80. Officers say she exceeded speeds of 100 miles per hour. State police and deputies from other counties joined in on that chase that eventually ended right here in Perry County.
We were able to successfully deploy tire deflation device, bring the pursuit to a safe end.
Now, Gayhart was taken back to Floyd County to be placed in jail there. She faces several charges, including driving under the influence, fleeing or evading police, and resisting arrest.
Meanwhile, one person is dead after a crash at Bob Amos Park in Pikeville. Police say when they arrived, they found a car had left the road, hitting a tree and a gas line. They do not yet know what caused the crash. 2 others were taken to the hospital. We do not know the victims' names at this time.
A woman is facing charges in Mingo County, West Virginia, after police say one of her family members was found dead, while 2 others were found severely neglected. 35-year-old Jessica Blair is charged with death of an incapacitated adult and 2 counts of neglect of an incapacitated adult. Last September, Adult Protective Services employees found the man dead at a home along Storm Drive. That's where they also found Blair's mother and brother, who were both confined to a bed. They had to be taken to the hospital. Investigators say Blair was living at the home when the 3 victims were found. She was taken to the Southwestern Regional Jail, where she remains without bond.
Meanwhile, a Letcher County teacher accused of raping a 14-year-old girl has been indicted by a grand jury. Charles Evans Hall is also accused of sexting and touching the girl inappropriately. Officials with the Letcher County School Board say he was a teacher at the time. He has also been accused of attempting to tamper with a witness after allegedly trying to convince the girl not to testify.
The Tennessee teacher who ran away with one of his students is heading to prison. Tad Cummins pleaded guilty to taking a minor across state lines with the intent to have sex. Yesterday, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison. In a statement read during the sentencing, the victim says what Cummins did to her was unspeakable, adding that he robbed her of her childhood. She also called Cummins a, quote, sick, disgusting criminal. The victim was the subject of a nationwide Amber Alert after she disappeared in 2017. She and Cummins were missing for 38 days before being found in a cabin in rural Northern California.
We continue to learn more about the man suspected of killing Wisconsin teen Jamie Kloss's parents before holding her captive for 3 months. Jake Patterson applied for a job the day Kloss escaped from his home on January 10th. In the skills section of the application, he wrote, "I am an honest and hardworking guy. Not much work experience, but I show up to work and am a quick learner." Authorities say he confessed to kidnapping Kloss after killing her parents on October 15th. Kloss told investigators she managed to escape while Patterson was away for a few hours. She ran to a neighbor for help. Patterson is facing charges of intentional homicide, kidnapping, and armed burglary.
Meanwhile, a Kentucky man wanted in the kidnapping of a California teen was arrested in Arizona. Police say Carly Bentley was arrested Sunday night just north of Phoenix. They say they located Bentley and the San Diego teen when they pulled over Bentley's rental car along I-17. The FBI says Bentley allegedly used a dating app to find the teen and then traveled to meet up with him. He is being held without bond in the Camp Verde Detention Center.
Supporters of an Estill County search and rescue dog found shot and killed showed up in court yesterday. The handlers brought their own search dogs in honor of Hunter. Charles Collins is accused of shooting the Bloodhound. He was in court yesterday for a hearing. His case has been sent to a grand jury. A GoFundMe account has been set up in memory of Hunter. The money raised will help pay for a new search and rescue dog.
Well, this morning, we know the funeral arrangements for a man killed in a coal mining accident this week. Jeff Sloan was killed Monday while working 600 feet underground in Bell County. The incident is still under investigation. His services will take place this Saturday at 11 at Second Baptist Church in Clinton, Tennessee.
Well, some good news this morning. Sugar Camp Mountain is adding on to their bike trail. It officially became a trail in Floyd County about a year ago and is currently about 20 miles long. Officials with the bike path applied for a federal grant with a company called People for Bikes. Josh Turner is the Trails Committee chairman, and he says he hopes this is the first grant of many to come. This add-on to the trail will be designed for beginners and kids. Turner says he hopes the path will appeal to a wider audience and not just for extreme mountain bikers. Well, coming up on Mountain News this morning, Survivor winner Nick Wilson celebrates his very own day in Whitley County. We'll bring you more.
Plus, we take a look at what else is happening in Hollywood on this Thursday in your Eye on Entertainment report.
The next few days are going to be active weather-wise across the mountains. I'll have a look at what we could see in about 2.5 minutes.